Hey, hey. All right. So, Pisces, let's take a look at the person on Pisces' mind, whoever that may be. All right. So, here we go. Oh, let me make sure I've got this all settled for you guys. Yes. All right. So, we've got a Three of Swords, we have a Three of Wands, and we have a Seven of Pentacles. Well, this person's in a lot of heartbreak right now, and they have been for a while, and they feel like they will stay that way for quite a while. So this person could be really missing Pisces. Let me ask, what are you feeling the heartbreak over? Are you missing Pisces? I mean, they show up alone on all three of those cards. Hermit in the reverse, Two of Wands upright, Queen of Swords upright. I said, what are you in heartbreak over? And it almost feels like this is somebody who's been, maybe they've been heartbroken a big chunk of their life, is the truth of it. And they've been trying to like work through a process, but it feels like they're saying, I'm still not done with that process. And that also hurts. I'm looking toward the future. I look forward to the day when I no longer carry this scar or this wound. I've been out here on this hermit's journey, but I need to like maybe explain where I'm at. I almost feel like they're trying to find the right words. They could be masculine or feminine. They're definitely wanting to like pen their thoughts about why it almost feels like somebody who's carried a lot of heaviness. RT, you sweetheart. You're such a love, babe. Thank you for being here. I'm always honored to see you, honey. We have the Temperance and we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. If anything, I think that this is a character who is worried that their awareness that they are heartbroken, their awareness that they're kind of keeping to themselves could look like selfishness. And it's like they want to tell Pisces, please don't think that this is me not caring, or please don't think that because I have a scar that has nothing to do with you, that I'm not sure when I'll be totally healed from it, but I carry this with me and I know that I do. I know that I have a tendency to withdraw. I know I have a tendency to disappear. I know I have a tendency to have to step back and just be by myself. But I know how it looks aloof, or it looks selfish, or it looks like I think I'm better than everybody, but that's not what it is. I think this is somebody who wishes that they could explain how they feel inside so that it wouldn't give this impression that because they may come across as ice cold, kind of a jerk. And I don't think that that's it at all. Now, I'm very curious to see, how does Pisces see this person? Because sometimes, one person can be like, I'm aware of how I come across to others. I'm aware that my withdrawal or my lack of cracking a smile or my lack of response sometimes makes other people think that I just walk around like, whatever. I think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. And that is not actually what this is about. How does Pisces feel about them? Seven of Coins and the Sun. If anything, I think Pisces has had some clarity. I think Pisces has understood this person over time. They have been gaining some kind of perspective, even without this person explaining anything. We have the Star. Pisces is like, oh, I don't think they're a jerk. I think that they're somebody who's working on healing. I already know why they withdraw. I've seen them go quiet before. That's anybody who's ever had to heal knows sometimes that, some people heal by being around others. Other times we heal, everybody has a different path, right? Um, Sometimes we have to just withdraw and just do what we have to do. Sometimes people get more interactive and they're like, I need to be around a ton of people. That's how I heal, is to keep my life really full and have lots of social things going on. And then other people act like they do that, but they don't let anybody close. And then other people don't go anywhere near anybody at all, and are standoffish. And it all depends on whatever their, comfort zone is. But it's interesting because Pisces is like, oh no, I figured out over time, this person isn't trying to be rude to me. they're aloof because they have to heal. I already know that. Okay, so Pisces is freaking amazing because Pisces is like not even judging. They're like not even stressed out about this at all. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Pisces might say, oh, I figured I used to be stuck on them or was wondering or worried about why do they act like this. I don't anymore. I don't worry about it at all. They're doing what they got to do. Hey, Rock Yellow. Um, you know what? I love that for Pisces. I love the fact that they're not stressing. We have a Six of Swords. Pisces let this person go, though, also. They freed themselves from any stresses or worries. They came to the conclusion, and I think they're spot on. And if anything, I think they wish this person well. They wish them healing, but they've let go of any feeling of hurt or pain or frustration because this person is aloof. Yes, Pisces probably still thinks about them because that's what this story is, the person on Pisces' mind. Um, but at the same time, Pisces is like, I don't think about them and say, oh, they're causing me grief. I already know they've got to heal however they've got to heal. I'm fine with it. And it's not lip service. Pisces does say it sucks. It's kind of disappointing because I think we could have had a great time together or something, but I also know people are where they're at. So yes, it's a little disappointing, but it's not anything that Pisces is walking around saying, oh, that monster, how could they have treated me so? I think that's pretty remarkable. Maybe that's even why this person is feeling the compulsion to like want to reach out to Pisces and explain this. You know, like I want to tell Pisces, it's not even like, it's not you, it's me. That's not really what their message is. It's more like, I got this kind of thing in me that I got to still heal. And I'm trying because I want to be happy. I'm not there yet. And I just need you to know if this isn't me being an asshole. I certainly don't, of all people, I think they really don't want Pisces to think badly of them because I think Pisces matters way too much to them. How do you feel about Pisces? Let me ask that. Queen of Cups. Pisces has been nothing but good to me. Pisces has been loving. They've been patient. They've been kind. We already saw that. This Pisces is all of those things. This Pisces has been so like delightful. And if anything, this is somebody like doing laundry, right? It's almost like Pisces has cleaned their dirty laundry, and Pisces probably has been willing to almost help me clean up some of my dirty laundry. And by that, I mean the baggage, just the wounds, the stuff that we carry around. Pisces never judged me for it and kind of always was supportive and always kind and would have even helped me. The thing is with this Five of Wands, I actually think this is why this character is tucking themselves away and withdrawing and saying, I don't want somebody who's treating me so nice, so non-judgmentally, so willing to even help me if I were to let them. But I don't want Pisces to have to clean up my wounds or nurse me back to health. I need to do this on my own. And I feel way more motivated to do this, which might be why they withdrew. It was precisely because Pisces would have been so non-judgmental and would have even helped them. And that's what's motivating them to say, no, I want to make this change. We have a butterfly and a serpent and this Five of Wands and going round and round in their head going, I already know Pisces is amazing, but I don't want him to have to do my dirty laundry. I want to be able to like, well, in this case, be an equal to Pisces with that Temperance card. That's what I want. If we're never going to be on equal footing, if they have to like help me get over my stuff. So I'm withdrawing from Pisces, and that's going to make me look like I'm being an asshole, but I'm not because I really care about Pisces. We got a Six of Swords. They have this real need to like let Pisces know that, again, it's like, it's not you, it's me. And I'm not rejecting your kindness. It's that I want to get over stuff on my own. My old stuff. You see the mummy here? My old buried, mummies in my closet. I have to get rid of these so I can move on from it. So then I can just be happy and be like an equal to you. That's what this feels like. Look, this is a very hard thing probably for them to find the words to say, which is likely why we see them sitting here contemplating, sitting on a top of a mountain, but they are about to break silence on this. And I think it's because they have figured this out. They figured out what scars they carry. They figured out how incredibly important it is to them that they get those scars healed. And specifically because they want to be able to be in balance with Pisces. Pisces is a great motivator to them to get their life sorted out. That's actually really beautiful. Lovers, I want you to love me and look at me as your partner, not as somebody that you had to glue back together. And so that you can pick a whole version of me and I can choose that whole version of you. If anything, this person really wants Pisces to want them, and they want to be proud of like what they're able to offer Pisces. I'm guessing Pisces probably understands this also, but let me go back over here. We got the moon sideways. We got the Queen of Cups sideways. No, Pisces doesn't exactly know that. Not in so many words. They may have intuited much of this, but they don't hold their breath and say, oh, I'm sure that I'm going to hear from this person and this was what's going on. I think Pisces is like, you never know what's really going to happen until it happens. So the moon is here. There's that strong intuition, but that's also stuff that's hidden sideways, so it minimizes it. But so too is the Queen of Cups, which is our Pisces, saying, I'm not too sure. I do know that this person is wounded and they need to heal. I do know that I think it's a bummer that we can't be together, but I'm not going to take it as if this person is a villain. But will I hear from them? Do I expect anything from them? I don't know that I could go that far as to say, oh yeah, I totally think I'll hear from them. I don't see Pisces counting this in. I see Pisces just taking it as it is. The Chariot. Pisces is saying the one thing I know is that I have a purpose and I have some things to move forward in life. And so I'm just going to do the things that I feel aligned to do. And I'm going to trust that the people that come into my world, the people I interact with, there's going to be a lot of them. You notice how we have Pisces like operating for their gut instinct, but then connecting to all these other planets. It's like the people that orbit me in my life, I'm going to assume I'm supposed to interact with them. Depending on how and when they orbit my life, think about when we have a supermoon, it's, when the moon is like closer to Earth. So anything that orbits something else, right? Our moon orbits us. And when that orbit shifts a little bit and it's closer, then the pull is more intense or it, appears more visible. So I'm wondering if Pisces is like, there are people in this world that come into my life and then sometimes they leave, sometimes they come back around, but I have more than one person. And depending on where they are in my orbit, they may either wind up much closer to me and then they move away from me again and then they come back in and they're really, really, really close to me. But I kind of accept it that way and I keep moving on. This one person isn't the only important person in the orbit of my life. It's interesting to have a Chariot card where our character is stationary and views forward motion as if it's the things that come around me. I kind of think that's a really fascinating look at this card, which I've never really mentioned before because it didn't really sink in for me like that until now. Normally a Chariot, we always see somebody riding forward in the Chariot. This is completely different than that. This is a Pisces who's like, oh no, I'm totally going to be that person who, like I am the individual that things come into my world and they move in and through my world. I'm kind of like in the center and things pass me by in life and I interact with the things that come into my world. And that's how I keep like things moving because I believe in like the cosmos and the flow of the universe and the flow of energy. Interesting. That's a different way to look at this. We always get some kind of cool Pisces messages, I've noticed. The Pisces messages tend to have like a real different spin on them, like kind of a unique Pisces mind. We get a lot of like magical messages. We get a lot of like, I don't know, just different topics sometimes. Anyway, I really like that interpretation. And that really helps Pisces to say, I can't say what anybody else is going to do. I only know I won't be surprised if that person does show back up in my life. But I don't get in their head and figure out when they're coming back, nor do I think that they'll be the only person of great importance in my life. I kind of love that perspective. Do we have a final message here? Character, it looks like you're about to break your silence to reach out to Pisces. We had them as the Hermit in the reverse. We have them here again as the Hermit. It's like I'm still just trying to figure out what to say. I gotta say something else to Pisces before I go silent again because I'm trying to heal. I do think Pisces is going to hear from this person, or at least this person is going to send some kind of a, is it an energetic message? Knight of Pentacles. I don't know. Knight of Pentacles says it comes in slowly, and this is somebody like teleporting or going through a portal. I almost wonder if they will send a message that will get to Pisces not at the time that it should. Maybe it'll take longer to get to Pisces. It won't matter because Pisces already knows all this. But I still think that this person wants to tell Pisces, I'm working on me. I am. I'm working on me so that hopefully someday I can be this to you. But I think it's going to be a while before Pisces actually gets this message from them. Maybe it'll be, just that message gets hung up. Like I am having such delayed emails right now. It is ridiculous. I have emails that are coming in from a week and a half ago and longer. I do not know what's going on with my phone. But it's just is really crazy delayed. And sometimes those things happen, or you're low on storage or whatever. But I'm just wondering if this message will come in way later to Pisces from this person. I kind of think there will be a reason for that as well. Pisces is not fretting. And I do have to say, I love the fact that this character cares a great deal about Pisces enough to want to tell Pisces this. But I also think it's maybe going to be arriving. This message will arrive when it's supposed to, not necessarily when they send it. All right, I'm going to leave that one here. Thank you guys so much. Denise, so great to see you, hun. RT, always a delight, sweetheart. And Rock Yellow, thanks again, babe. All right, you guys, have a wonderful afternoon or evening or start to your day wherever in the world you may be. Lots of love. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye for right now.